Gaming is a multi-billion-dollar industry, but the blockchain gaming industry is really just heating up. Today, I'm going to talk all about a brand new Ethereum-based game that is coming out that is an action game similar to kind of Pokemon that you guys definitely want to be able to check out, that it incorporates NFTs on multiple levels. Are you ready? Well, hey there, crypto friends. Thanks again for joining me. So today we're talking all about the Ethereum-based game Illuvium. This is a AAA style game that allows you to collect and battle these cool-looking creatures called Illuvials. And so today we're going to break down this game, exactly what it's all about, how you can get involved, why you might want to actually be looking at this game now, and all the other details that make this particular game a special offering. But before we get into all of that, if you're not already a part of my community of Stachers, you don't need a mustache to join, but you do need to love learning about NFTs and crypto with the community, and you can sign up in my Telegram link there below. And we'd love to have you, and it's a lot of fun. So let's go take a look at a little bit about this game Illuvium, what it is, how you play it, how you're going to be able to get in on this, and why it might be something you want to be paying attention to now versus waiting until it's actually launched. So Illuvium itself is actually the story behind it is that you're this explorer in this transport ship, and you've noticed this planet here, this abandoned looks abandoned, and a solar flare crashes your ship into the planet. And as you are this like lone survivor, or this lone shipwreck survivor, you then are discovering that this may have been the ancestral planet, and that there's these really cool almost godlike creatures called Illuvials that are there. And so so that's kind of the background behind this. The story of what's going on here is that you're an explorer, you've crashed on this planet, you find these cool creatures, and then you start going out and battling with them and collecting them, as well as a bunch of other tasks. So a little bit of the story there behind what this game is really about. And this is an Ethereum-based game, so all of the in-game assets are going to be Ethereum-based assets. And there's a lot of use cases for the in-game currency ILV, which we'll talk about a little bit more here in a second. So when I say this is an Ethereum game, the first thing that comes to your mind might be, oh, the fees, Stache. What about the fees? Well, the great thing about this is one of the games that is going to be launched on the Immutable X platform, which is a brand new scaling solution for Ethereum-based games to incorporate that allows them to not have to pay these transaction fees on every small transaction going on for your game. And so that is really what is going to, I think, be the savior of most games on Ethereum, is these second layer scaling solutions. So Illuvium is going to be using Immutable X to be able to drive that to drive their ecosystem, and so you don't have to pay those fees for doing these transactions like trading NFTs in their marketplace, or upgrading your gear or any of your Illuvials. All those things are although they're going to be transactions that are going to take cryptocurrency, but you won't have to pay these exorbitant fees that we've seen so far in Ethereum. So one of the things that makes this game really unique, that we've not seen a lot of here in crypto gaming yet, is that it's built on the Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine gives you an unparalleled look to games, and dynamic ability to make games look their most amazing in their best form. So when it comes to different engines out there, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with some of the other ones out there too, but Unreal is I feel like kind of a step up when it comes to some of the other engines out there that a lot of these games are being built on. So you definitely know that based upon the graphics and stuff you're seeing, that this is going to look just as good as every other AAA title out there, and it's not going to be just another generic-y type of game that was built really quickly and really easily in some of these other developer solutions here. So So I think that's right there, just at the gate, looking at the game, it looks amazing. The graphics and the attention to detail they put into all these alluvials is actually really high. And so, like I said, they've really, they're really shooting for this to be a top level experience that is seamlessly combining the ARPG or action RPG elements that they're bringing here to this AAA experience that you would kind of expect from most games. And that's something that we've talked about on the channel a lot, is that blockchain games are great because you can play and you can earn, you're monetizing your time inside the game, but the game itself has to be fun too. We don't just want games where we can earn and just click all day long. We want a game that's actually really fun to play, and then we remember, oh yeah, and that's right, I am earning too while I'm playing this game. So I think that that's where this game, Illuvium, really aims to be, is that this is a fun game that you can go out and play, and then also you can also earn too. So the basis for this game is that it's essentially a passive battle game where, similar to kind of the Pokemon genre, you go out, you're going and you're collecting these alluvials, right, by battling them, right, and you have these shards that you've created, you've mined the material that's on this planet, and you've created these shards which allows you to hold these alluvials just kind of like a Pokeball would, right? And so the shards are also part of the ecosystem of being able to mine and monetize and upgrade. And so you go out and you battle against these alluvials, and you can collect them into these shards, and there's different levels and powers of shards, and then you can then battle other people. So not only can you battle alluvials and collect them, but you can battle others who have sets of alluvials, and very much like a Pokemon style or a team fight tactics style, you have these alluvials that are on the battlefield, and they kind of synergize with each other, so they have different characteristics. And that is one of the big things, is you want to make sure that you're putting together your lineup in a way that makes sense to defeat your opponent, because they do have a bunch of characteristics that kind of interact with each other. So similar to some other games we've seen, you'll be able to collect these alluvials, but you'll also be able to enhance and upgrade them through a couple of different forms. So if you have multiple of the same, you'll be able to combine them together for a stronger, more powerful alluvial. And then you'll also be able to use other elements that you find in the game to be able to enhance them as well, to enhance some of their characteristics and improve them as they battle and are victorious. The more victories you have, the more you are going to be able to enhance and upgrade your whole team of alluvials. So like we talked about, there's also the elements and the in-game economy that we have to look at here. And so when we said that everything that's going on inside the game that you're doing, a lot of these actions are going to require you to be able to pay some sort of small transaction fee to do. So if you're going to be upgrading weapons, or you're going to be enhancing your armor, which you can do, or even just crafting some of these things like crafting shards. You have a really cool way of doing that, and you have this whole in-game economy that has kind of been built around this aspect. And so the ILV token is a token that has it's been launched here for quite a few months now. It's not on a lot of exchanges, so you can find ILV mostly the most volume is on SushiSwap, but you can also find it on other exchanges like Gate.io and MXC. So there's some volume there we're seeing, but mostly it's on the SushiSwap exchange. So if you're looking to get ILV, that's where you can pick it up. Right now it's sitting around $60 at the time of this video, and it does have a pretty low max supply. So when we look at the long-term potential for this token, with there only being 10 million total supply, they're not going to be a lot of ILV out there circulating once this game gets going. So when you talk about, hey, well, when is a great time to get in this game? Well, the best time really was probably about a month ago, but now is a great time to get in on something like this too, before the game starts launching and people can actually play, because that's when we'll see the next hype cycle, right? The first hype cycle we see when it's really getting ready to launch. They put out some great trailers, and people are very excited about it, and then there's going to be a dip, a lull because of that excitement, because of announcements. The next big one is going to be, okay, well, we have a closed closed beta for all of our biggest fans to play, and that is coming, they say, around July. So we'll have that here in July at some time. So definitely something to look forward to when it comes down to the next cycle for this. So with that ILV token, it's used for governance, it's used for farming, it's used for weekly rewards. So you'll be able to do a lot with this token beyond just doing this. And the kind of the whole point that they're trying to do is they're trying to get this game to be running somewhat autonomously. So you have DAOs that are managing the governance of the game and how things work. And people who are essentially staking ILV tokens, they get to be a part of that as part of the what they call the Illuminati. Illuminati. So the Illuminati will be the ones that help to kind of to do that. So with these kinds of different things, you have a lot of different elements and in-game, things that you need to take in consideration. We talked about this before. You can mine, and you have like a little autonomous bot that goes around and mines and collects things for you, which is really cool. Kind of all the style of some of the other games we've seen, like the Oogies in 9 Lives Arena, which are pretty fun. They're actually going out and collecting things for you, so similar to other blockchain games we've seen. And then one of the big parts of this is the shards, right? Shards are kind of like Pokeballs, where they store all of your alluvials, but you have to have certain level shards to collect some of the higher level alluvials, right? So like I said, there's fusing and there's things and there's synergy. So depending on what class or what element your alluvial is, those will make differences on the battlefield, right? So there's like water, fire, earth, air, and then there's a bunch of different classes like fighter and rogue, and all these things can kind of be combined together as you upgrade to change these alluvials and give them unique characteristics and find their like really unique final forms. And so that'll be some of the fun stuff that you're doing out there. So not only are you doing single combat battles with alluvials, but you're battling other people, and you're doing it with these to be able to continue to upgrade your alluvials for better results on the battlefield. So that's what we're looking to do here. So and I believe that all the battles are going to be kind of an auto style too. So kind of similar to how Splinterlands is. You pick your lineup, you understand how the classes and the traits interact with each other, and then the battle automatically goes. You're not actively putting cards down or actively attacking other characters. It's a passive style battle system, but incorporates all these other RPG elements where you're wandering around as a human that is on this planet and collecting all these alluvials. So just looking at some of the information and the actual gameplay, the trailers from this game, as you can see here in the background, the amount of time and detail they put into these characters. They have one of the best trailers I've seen so far from any blockchain game, and that just watching that got me super excited. So hopefully that got you guys excited as well for checking out Illuvium, and hope you guys like this quick breakdown of exactly how the game works and what you can expect. And if you guys have any comments, definitely leave me below. I want to know what you guys think about this game. Is this something you're going to play? Is this something you want to be able to get in on right now, or are you going to wait and see how things turn out? We'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. But that's all we have for today, folks. Until next time, stash that crypto, friends.